Yes, and this is true for several reasons. First, obviously, we have the animated shorts, which show two different colored teams and duplicates of the same team. Next, in the comics, the Team Fortress Classic Mercenaries reference other teams that they have eliminated that also work for the Administrator. Meaning Team Red that we follow, Team Fortress, is only one of several different teams that work for the Administrator. Additionally, the Manco Company sells weapons to not only the Administrator and her goons, but mercenaries all across the world. However, when Miss Pauling went to ask Saxton Hale, the owner of Manco, to give her team better guns, he basically said, well, your team sucks, so we're not going to give you the good stuff. And that good weapons were reserved for mercenaries that actually did meaningful work. So, it's possible that Team Fortress is a culmination of all of these surviving members of other teams that worked for Red and Blue Man that came together in Man vs. Machine. That is a possibility, but that also brings into question the respawn mechanic, because there's been debate whether or not respawn is canon to the game, because it's shown that Medic can quite literally bring people back from the dead, but there's also the idea that when Gray Man attacked, Red and Blue were essentially shut down, therefore anything connected to them could also be shut down, respawn machines, whatever. So the remaining mercenaries in Man vs. Machine, again, just the ones that survived and didn't miss the respawn. Another debate is whether or not the game Poker Night is canon, but that's where we learned that Heavy has PhDs, and Heavy also references respawn as if they're nightmares that he's having, in which he doesn't survive, but he wakes up in the morning. So yeah, my theory on that is that respawn was canon prior to Man vs. Machine. So, if you're playing the game set in the time period prior to Gray Man attacking, the teams have access to respawn, it's infinite warfare, but after Gray Man kills Red and Blue, that stuff changes. Since the comics take place during Man vs. Machine, or a little after, we could assume that the mercenaries we follow are the survivors of the other teams, Red and Blue, who did respawn but now cannot because Red and Blue teams are shut down, which would explain why the Red Spy and the Blue Scout and how they're related, now on the same team. What would make me sad is if it was the Red Soldier and the Blue Demo, because in the War update it was Blue Soldier and Red Demo. I'd feel really sad if they couldn't, be together, but Anyway, yeah, there's a bunch of different Team Fortress teams in Team Fortress 2. It's complicated, but I love it, so that's cool.